I have known Noelle for 11 years, met her when she was in the 9th grade, and Noelle has always been a very special, unique girl, knew where she was going, knew what she wanted to do, good head on her shoulders, and always, above all, loved Jesus and wanted to, you know, serve Him. So she's a very special young lady.
So I was closer friends with Turk, and my husband was too, and so we did a lot of working on that end.
Well, Noelle had graduated college. She'd come back home. There were a lot of things happening in her life at the time, and I just began to think, I was getting to know Aaron a lot better, knew Noelle, and I thought, here's two really good people. Here's two great personalities, fun to be around, fun-loving, and both just incredible, godly people that love Jesus intently. And I just thought, you know, I think something could happen here.
Brent was like, okay, I think we should connect these. I think we should hook these guys up.
It took several months that went by, and I can't take all the credit. I did start sowing the seeds among her friends and among his friends to say, hey, what about? And I had a little resistance at first, but eventually I was able to bring everybody along, and so I had some key players along the way that would put Aaron and Noelle in situations where...
And so I found reasons to connect them, be like, oh, would you guys put these things away together? Can you guys help me with this job? And so I made some connections.
Things went well. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to get to know her a little bit more.
We brought Lindsay in, and Brent and Lindsay and I would have conversations, and we'd text back and forth. And I can remember texting Lindsay to say, I texted Noelle and was like, if Aaron asked you on a date, what do you think you would say? And once she gave me the yes, once she gave me the go-ahead, then I called Turk that night and I was like, do it, trust me, just do it, ask Noelle out. And he's like, I don't know how she'll respond to me. I was like, trust me, I know. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, just trust me, I know.
After that, I got the nerves up, and I was asking Lindsay, I was like, what do you think, would she, if I asked her on a date, would she say yes? And Lindsay was like, yeah, she would. So I was like, okay. I finally got the nerves up, and I called her one night, and I think she must have went to bed, because I got her voicemail. So I left her a message.
He gave me a phone call, he left me a voicemail, and I saved it forever until I had to get a new phone, saying Noelle, will you call me back? I have a question to ask you.
I think she called me the next day, and I asked her in person over the phone.
And so I called him back, and he asked if I would go on a date with him, and gave me a choice of restaurants.
And she said yes. And it was just an awesome feeling to be like, okay, let's go on this first date. Let's get to kind of just see where things are at.
My favorite part of this story is I'm in Paris, France with my wife and daughter, and I get a text message one day, and it says, can you get my text? And it was from Noelle, and I said, yes. And so the next text was a long thread between me and her, where she was saying, the first thing she said was, okay, we're going out on a date. And the rest of it was just this crazy thread of her anxiety and oh, it's gonna be awkward, and I don't know what to say, and I don't know what to do. And I'm halfway around the world, and I'm like, it'll be okay. You're not marrying the guy, it's just a date.
We ended up going to PF Chang's, and we talked for 3 hours.
Yeah, and we drove and we had dinner. And we just sat and ate and talked for 3 hours.
It was really great. I knew at that moment, if I hadn't met my future husband, I definitely made a really great friend.
After it was all done, I was saying to myself, she could be the one. I knew right then and there. I was like, there's something really special about her that I want to get to know. And I was like, I could see marrying her.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today in the sight of God and these witnesses to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. Marriage should not be entered into lightly, but should be entered into solemnly and with reverence and honor. And it is with these intentions that these two stand before us today. We are especially blessed to be joined today by family and friends for this joyous occasion. The bride and groom are honored to have you here and to participate in this marriage celebration. Marriage is a sacred union between husband and wife and should remain unbroken. It is the basis of a stable and loving relationship and is the joining of two hearts, bodies, and souls. So Aaron, do you take Noelle to be your wedded wife? Noelle, do you take Aaron to be your wedded husband, to live together after God's ordinance in the holy estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, forsaking all others, remaining faithful to her, forsaking all others, remaining faithful to him, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
By the authority vested in me as a minister of the gospel, I now pronounce you husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. Wow, you seem a little bit more anxious for this part than he does. And we know how you love public affection. Hurry up, Aaron, kiss your wife. Well, it is my great honor to be able to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Dr. Aaron and Noelle Turk. The husband and wife are there to support one another and to provide love and care in times of joy and in times of adversity. Aaron Jerome Turk and Noelle Grace Murray stand before us today to commit themselves to each other and to begin their new life together as husband and wife.
Whenever I'm with you, I am alright. There's something about the way you make me feel inside. I'm counting down the days till we fly away, heading to the sun, only you and me. Don't wanna waste another day being stuck here in this place. No, wanna hold your hand in mine, watch the sunset in your eyes. Baby, I want us to act like we are 22 right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa. This could be magical. Whoa, whoa.
One thing I admire most about Noelle and Aaron is their faithfulness. Faithfulness to their friends, their families, and most importantly, their faithfulness to God. I have witnessed both of them not only serve Christ at church through campus ministries or elsewhere, but I have seen them live out their faith in the way they love and serve everyone they encounter.
And when I see the two of you together, I see how connected and devoted you are to one another. So let's raise our glasses to Aaron and Noelle. May you run the race set before you well, and may you realize the blessing that you have, a person to share all of life with.
Right now. Just let go, lose control, play songs on the radio too loud.